Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic. We live, we hype, we lit, we all that. All right, we are gonna react to the Promised Neverland. I keep saying we, but I mean me, and I mean I. And yeah. All right, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. All right, we're gonna be reacting to the Promised Neverland, chapter 106. All right, I'm pretty sure this is chapter 106. Let me check that out real quick. Yeah, chapter 106. All right, gonna be reacting to that. I'm really looking forward to it because last we left off, things were especially hype. All right, they were especially hype. Okay, I've heard some things. Okay, I've heard that it's a pretty good chapter. All right, last week's chapter was very, 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 very good. Okay, it was like this is it's like what you expect from the Promised Neverland. All right, you expect tension, that hype, just panel, just it pierces your heart. It pierces your heart. Okay, and we got that. Emma was trying to do she wasn't even trying to do talk no jutsu, right? Because there are levels to this. Okay, there are levels to the talk no jutsu. All right, or there's levels to like that sort of thing, that kind of like event. Okay, there's a talk no jutsu, which is trash, had no real substance. Is based in this just generic battle shonen trope. Okay, and then there's like a legitimate like attempt to a person's like sense of morality and justice and ethics and blah 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 blah, and then that just doesn't work. Okay, like sometimes it works, right? Then there's that, and then it works, and then there's like the like hey, can we just be can we just be friends? Like I understand you, and I'm trying to understand you, and I want you to understand me, and like I really want to have this conversation and this dialogue and this discourse and all these things, and the other person's like nah. I like no. Okay, and it's shut down. All right, that's what you get in the Promised Neverland. All right, we got it with Lewis. Lewis was just like, no, I just want to kill people. I just want to kill humans. That's all I want to do. I just want to kill humans. That's it. I like doing this. This is what I do. Okay. Okay, like that was it. And now we got another dude who's like, no, I want to kill y'all. Y'all not even human to me. Y'all are just cattle. And that's why I think it's just very interesting. I'm gonna talk about that a bit later. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. And this is stuff that this is not new, but I really like what the Promised Neverland does with this sort of like idea of like demons, right, and humans, and what's better and what's not. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into the chapter. Let's get into the chapter because I'm already kind of in like my initial thoughts. I haven't even read the chapter yet. All right, so let's get into it. All right, I'm coming from work. So not work. I'm coming from a seminar. So I'm kind of like I'm hyped. It was a good seminar, so I'm kind of hyped. I'm live. It's good. All right, let's do this. Chapter 106, y'all. Hey, what's good? My day's good. My day is good. My day was good. It's a pretty good day. All right, Black Brawley, what's up? It's good. All right, the day was good. I was chilling. I had classes. Because I'm doing this master's in arts and teaching program, so like you got seminars, like you got classes, like it's gonna be the thing. But they're good. Like it's a different sort of kind of conversation, discussion. I liked it. All right, let's get into this chapter. All right, shout out to y'all for coming through. They know about our secret passageway. They've blocked all of our exits. Go back. They'll kill us if they find us. You see that? Yo, that panel. Yo, I'm still thinking about that panel. That was wild. Okay? Emma's just like, what are we going to do? We have to get out of here. But how? Let's see. All right. Full screen. All right, let's see. According to my men's reports, the target is estimated to be over 60 kids. I expected this, but it's a lot. So all of the escapees of Gracefield and Goldie Pond were surviving in this shelter? Well, so all of the escapees of Gracefield and Goldie Pond were surviving in this shelter. But it's odd. This was a sudden attack, but they were able to evaluate quickly. Did they expect our attack? It's not just that. They knew about the 7 walls. How and when did they find out? Who told them? The supporters? The previous head of the clan? and their weapons. They're not the ones we gave Bayonne. Did they get these weapons here? Is there a room that's not on the floor plans? I see. The information the supporters were hiding wasn't complete, eh? Sorry, one of my cats just running around. You hear something. Our mission didn't go as planned because of it. It's me. Hold on. I'm trying to see which one of my cats is running around like that. Who's running around? Eva, relax. Mina, also relax. Cat's ridiculous. All right. It's me. Men, can you hear me? Damn it. The longer we sit here, the tighter they're going to close in. If we don't do something, we'll be annihilated. What do? How do we escape? What move do we make? Sorry, one of my cats is playing with the toy, so if you hear her, I'm not even going to reprimand her because like, she should be able to play. You know what I mean? Actually, I know what we have to do. We have to kill the attackers. Yeah. We finally get to this. You gotta end them. End them. They don't even see you as human. End them. In this space, right? In this environment, like they about to kill you. They about to shoot you dead. You gotta end them. You want to get out of there? Unless like you get some, unless like some ridiculous Deus Ex Machina, like you gotta do something. You gotta hurt them. You gotta do something to get back. You gotta do something. Okay? If we don't kill them, they'll kill us. Breaking through the siege or sneaking out the exits cannot be done without them seeing us. There are too many of us. It's impossible. No. Even if we did, if we left them alive, they'd chase after us, catch up to us. If I want to protect my family and friends, I have to kill all of them. But they're human. We have to kill people. Even if I could, what about Emma and the others? Most of this group couldn't do that. And Hugo's just thinking, like, we're at a severe disadvantage. They're wearing bulletproof vests and probably have night vision scopes. And they're using gas bombs. We're 60 people. We can't move as fast. Mobility-wise, they're quicker. It's over if they use gas. And if we face them head on, even if we win, some of us will die. I'm not going to let anyone else die. We have to escape quickly. But through which exit? And how? One mistake could get us all killed. We don't know how many of them are going to attack from which side. Emma, Ray. What is it, Oliver? Rossi. Are you okay? And Lucas? He's okay. He'll come later. He said he'll break all the monitors, and he already defeated one enemy. Here. Oh, that's a little like walkie-talkie kind of. The enemy's comm device? I was listening to it. He gave a few commands while I was running here. It's me. Men, can you hear me? And this is like a flashback kind of like with Rossi and what he was listening to. It's me. Men, can you hear me? The targets are currently retreating east from the first emergency exit. Ground level, second emergency exit. Stand by. North hallway, south hallway, central western edge. Get moving. All men need to close in immediately. That means these are the current enemy positions. We got a map. Okay, just gonna study this like just real quick. All right, so that's like the shelter, like main area. These are like the rest of it is mainly like tunnels. Visual entrance. Hallway, south hallway, monitor room. That guard done though. That one that was in the monitor room. Second emergency exit. And they're like somewhere, they're like in the tunnels, closest to the first emergency exit. All right, south hallway. Okay. That's the one. Good job, Rossi. You saved us. If the enemy's position is blocking ahead of us at the north hallway, his path only connects our path here. If we cut across here before the enemy comes down, we can break through. But why did our enemies position themselves in a way where there's a gap? Oh, Lucas said Maybe they don't know about the secret room in the armory under the dining area. That's why. That must be it. And where's Lucas now? Once he destroys the monitor room, he said he'll go open the usual entrance. That guy. Then it's set. We'll cross through the armory before they find us and go outside via our usual entrance. This way. Good. Thanks to Lucas, we found a way out. Paula and I will go ahead to help Lucas. Thanks. They've started looking for our pathway. Hurry. Oh boy. Oh, wow. Okay, whoa, Lucas. Lucas. Oh, yo, Lucas, no chill. Absolutely no chill. Absolutely no chill. Lucas is like, boom, you done. Sorry. He took one person out, then he took another person out. And nah. No chill. Okay? Boom. Wrap. Andrew's like, uh-oh. So they're all coming out from that entrance. Lucas has met up with them. And they're like, we're outside. We made it. Bruh, you know it ain't over yet. Come on, they're going to still pursue you. You got to make moves. Lucas, Hugo, how is everyone here? Then now's your chance. Go. Huh? What about you? Lucas and I will catch up with you. We need to make sure the other 6 won't be able to come after us. Let's do it. Let's go. Wait, then we'll stay too. Me too. No, you kids go ahead. You understand, right? Yeah. We have to kill people. Even if I could, most of this group couldn't do that. Yeah. Kids shouldn't be burdened with this. Leave it to the adults. Besides, woo, look at that body. There's only enough for 2 of us. Aha! Serves them right. Now the gas and guns won't work on us. But Hugo, listen. This is the best way. Don't worry, we'll catch up soon. Just get Chris to a safe place so he can be treated. Got it. Get away safely. You guys too. Well then. Back to our nostalgic shelter. Yeah. Perfect for our final resting place. Oh. You know what I love about this chapter? This is the end, 106 end, yo. You know what I love about this chapter? Again, the pacing I think is just the pacing is good. We get just a very clear explanation of what the deal is, how they were able to escape. Okay. Hugo and Lucas's help. And I think that the thing about this, right, is Lucas and Hugo have been fighting demons. Right? So it just makes sense that they're able to Lucas was able to take out one guard, right? If it's a guard against Lucas gonna got him. Right? Hugo against a guard, a human guard? Light work. Easy work for Hugo. Okay? Easy work. Go ahead. So the pacing, we move. This doesn't need to last that long. We got what we kind of needed to get from that interaction between Andrew and Emma. And again, this is the kind of stuff that I like to see. Didn't last very long. I will say, I think what I've sort of realized about myself is especially when I read shonen manga, I expect things to kind of drag out in a way. And I'm oh, this is going to be awful for 5 more chapters, right? And I'm oh, no need, right? The Promised Neverland just telling us no need for that. No need to drag things out. No need. We're going to give you an explanation. We're going to explain. We're going to give you a map. We're going to tell you that we're going to continuously remind you that these children are geniuses. They are extremely intelligent. They know what they're doing, and they have these 2 adults and to help them. So they will be okay because of all of this information that we have. Doesn't mean they're not going to stop being. They're right. In this situation, they're sort of safe, right? But what we understand from what Lucas and Hugo are telling us is that Hugo and Lucas are probably going to die here. Right? That's what's happening here. They're going to die. Or one of them's going to die. Probably both of them, though. Okay, we kind of understood this. I think like even back then we were like, I think some of us hoped that Yuga would survive for quite some time, but just based off like how long the Pasuka and Shirai want the Promised Neverland to go. This is par for the course. This makes sense. Okay, we understand this. This is the thing. Older characters in battle shonen often are going to, like, they're gonna die at some point. Not all of them, but when you see certain characters, you just know, right? When you saw a dude, what was his name? Yamamoto getting to Usai, like, you know what I mean? First division captain, right? Leader of the Gold Tate 13. You knew he was gonna die at some point. He old. Okay. Right? This ain't fairy tale, all right? Y'all remember fairy tale? You remember that? Y'all remember that? Okay. Y'all remember that? Okay. We had an old dude. He died. We thought he was dead. This is what the story was basically telling us. And then later on, I was just asleep. I was just asleep. Same fairy tale. Okay? Fairy tale is like an exception to that sort of like trope / rule. All right. So we knew they were going to die. We understood this. Okay. We understood this at some point. They were going to be sacrifices for the children. Okay. We understood that so they could survive. Here it is. Hey, Trent, what's good? All right. Yo, New York Comic Con was like dope. All right. Shout out to Trent. Subscribe if you haven't already. You probably have already if you haven't. But Trent, dope dude. Sorry, one of my cats is just being ridiculous. Hold on. Stop. Utterly ridiculous. My cats are ridiculous. You know what I mean? The last panel brought the chapter home. Okay? The last panel brought the chapter home. Okay? Because I think if they were just gonna all keep running and then I wouldn't have felt this chapter in the same way. But what I love about it is like, look, you cannot, like, there are just some people where like discourse will not work. Dribble, my guy, what's up? Fervent Psycho, what's good? All right. Right? There are certain people, right, in this world where discourse will not work. Not because what you're saying isn't like valuable and reasonable and rational, right, in a sense. And in like, the context of like the way that like we sort of view sort of like morality and of sort of like, I guess, like in certain societies, right? But they just, right, it's not because of that. It's like, it's just like they are not interested. They are not interested. And when you deal with those people, what are you going to do? Right? Sorry, one of my cats being ridiculous, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Right? Emma came across this twice. And it was like, all right, it's it. You know what I mean? So she just ran out of options. And this is something that we saw coming, right? We like, I thought it might happen in Goldie Pond, right? And I think like in some ways it's good because it allowed them to like, it allowed the children to get to where they needed to get to. But now it's like the kids, like, a while has passed, like a while has passed. Like we've gone through like a few, like maybe like a couple of years in this manga. Okay, so the kids like are at a certain place where they can really like do their own thing. They've learned a lot. They're brilliant. They like, right, and the adults are like leading the way. They're saying like, hey, we built you this path. Go for it. All right. And ultimately, that's what you do for the next generation, right? What you want is you want to sort of create a sort of path the younger generation can take. All right, to wherever it is that they want to get to, and you don't want that path to be difficult, right? I don't want like the younger generation to have a difficult path, right? So this is what's happening here in the Promised Neverland, okay? And their path is still gonna be difficult. Their path is still gonna be difficult, okay? It's still gonna be difficult. All right, but again, the pacing for this manga, some people are like, whoa, it's moving too fast, moving too fast. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Because again, I think there are a lot of people who are just like, right, you can make critiques about how it's moving too fast and how some things should be like, you know, expounded upon and everything like that. I understand that to an extent, but I think there are people who there are people who are just used to draggy shonen manga. They're used to it. They're so like, right, conditioned to be like, yo, I'm supposed to sit here for 400 chapters. I'm supposed to sit here for 500 chapters. I'm supposed to sit here for 700 chapters. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to 20 different arcs, or you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm supposed to sit here for. I'm supposed to sit and be used to like arcs that last, you know, 60 chapters, 50 chapters, or whatever. That's what I'm used to. And they're supposed to be like, right, 50 chapter arcs, and it's supposed to be like, you know, six of those, you know, 12 of those. You know what I mean? So it's like those people, like to those people, like if you gotta read some shorter manga, read some shorter manga, read a bunch of them. Okay. Yu Yu Hakusho was not long. Yu Yu Hakusho wasn't even 200 chapters, I don't think. Right? Wasn't. Okay. It's got what, 19 volumes, I believe. Yu Yu Hakusho? 19, 20 volumes, something like that. It's pretty short. All right. It's pretty short. Okay. But the pacing, again, the pacing of this, very good. Very good pacing. We got what we needed. We explained it. The guards don't know too much, right? The guards don't know as much as the kids do. Lucas did what he had to do. He's got the setup, right? He set this up for them, right? He literally set a path, right? This is what's going on. This is what's going on with the writing of the Promised Neverland. Like, there's the literal stuff that's happening where Lucas like literally set a path for the children to take so they could escape. Figuratively, he is also setting a path for the children to move forward, right? Not only by getting them out of the shelter and like, you know, and making that easier for them, but like also about like sacrificing himself. Okay? Come on, son. This is like, it's just good writing. I'm not saying this stuff is like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is like solid. It's solid writing. That's what I expect. I expect solid writing when I'm reading things. I expect that. I expect that. Okay. I try not to go into things expecting like garbage or things that don't make sense or things that aren't explained within the confines of like the world that the manga has created. Right. I don't expect that. Okay. I try not to. I hope that like, you know, when I expect like things to be good and sensical to, you know, to an extent. Okay, so it's a good chapter. The pacing is great. We don't need to get that much. Last chapter gave us what we needed. Okay, this chapter, right? I had questions about whether the children would be able to kill these humans, and next chapter we get that immediately answered. Some would, some wouldn't. Right? But the adults literally took that out of the children's hands because they understand, because they were there not that long ago. Right? In terms of like, yo, we had to do these things that we didn't really want to do. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, we don't like, y'all are still children, right? Again, a distinction between these guards, these assassins, these soldiers, right? Who are on the Rotary clan's side, who believe that these children aren't even children. They are cattle. And then you have these other adults over here in Hugo and Lucas who are like, y'all are children. Y'all deserve to live. Y'all matter. Y'all are family. Right? So they just act in a different way. Okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's right. The time, right? Again, thank you, Dribble. Right, the time skip allows like the author to be able to do things that they wouldn't be able to do, and right, and right, like in terms of like right, you don't need 80,000 chapters of like exposition and all these things, right? Tagashi gives you a lot of exposition, but there's a way in which he's describing things. It's intricate. It's intricate in that nothing is useless, really. When we're talking about like the like sort of like certain chapters and the way that characters interact and everything like that. There's a world building that I think that Tagashi does through his characters and their interactions in set spaces, right? Tagashi sort of does these like very nice like microcosms of like sort of like the world through like these spaces, like the boat, like the Dark Continent boat, like the whale boat, like Reed Island, like the NGL. You know what I mean? Like certain places like that, like the palace, right? In the Chimera Ant in the Chimera Ant arc. So Tagashi's doing something different there. Okay. But it's very good writing, it's very good work. But here, right, again, pacing. We gotta move. If the Promised Neverland got to a place where it felt draggy, it wouldn't be the Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland has fantastic pacing for me. All right, maybe some people think it moves a little too fast, and that's fine. If you feel like it's moving too fast, and that's how you feel, then what am I gonna do about that? But I think the pacing works for this manga, and for what Shirai and Pasuko want to do want to produce in terms of a story. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't need to see the kids go to every single place and get like 30-something chapters. I'm like, yo, like the fact that they made it to Kavita Dollar that fast, I was like, yes, thank you. You know what I mean? I like that. Okay. I thought it was fine. Didn't bother me. You know, obviously, like I've had critiques about The Promised Neverland and like certain things that I felt like could be better. But what I really like is like, again, Shirai and Pasuko are consistent. This chapter barely had any like, battle showing me stuff, right? It was like, boop, Luke was like, boop, guard gone, boop, right? We didn't need this like elaborate battle, blah, blah, blah. People are like, yo, man, Promised Neverland don't do no battles. It's not gonna be popular. I'm like, but you can't write like, right? There is like a limit to how much you can cater to like people, right? Like you can't write your story catering to people the whole time. You can't do that. Otherwise, it's not gonna be your story. It's gonna be their story, right? So you got to make sure that like you write the story that you want to write, to an extent, right? That doesn't mean don't be like sensitive and stuff. Don't be sensitive to like things that can be like offensive or whatever, in a way, right? But make sure you're writing the story you want to write. If the pacing is how you want to go, keep that. If you want to make sure that that the battles are constructed in a particular way, do that. And that's what they've done consistently. All right. So yeah, I really like this chapter. To me, the chapter was good. It wasn't like, what? Like, it wasn't like, wow, this is amazing. Like, it's just good. It's a solid chapter and it does what it needs to do. All right. At some point, I'm probably going to have a discussion of like The Promised Neverland. I keep saying I'm going to have one. But then I just keep having things to do, so I'm going to figure that out. But thank y'all for coming through, man. This chapter was great. Okay. Again, the kids are really smart. And because they are out of the shelter and the kids can move forward, we can move from them to seeing something else. We can move from them to maybe Norman, to maybe back to Gracefield, right? And see what's happening. We can move it somewhere else and we can see what's happening elsewhere. I think we really got to get back to Norman, I think, because to me, because I feel like the pacing, right? Because of the way the pacing has sort of been, we have to get back to Norman. We got to see what's going on. We have the time skip. So Norman has had time to plan his escape. Norman has had literally almost 2 years to plan this escape. You give Norman 2 years to plan something, it's going to be ridiculously hype. I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be one of the best things we see in this manga. Norman escaping from that place, right? Or setting something up in such a way that like he can contact his friends or whatever. Dope. It's gonna be so dope. Y'all are gonna be like, wow, Norman, that dude. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to that. You know what I mean? It's like, so far, so good. So far, so good. Again, the first arc of Promised Neverland has been incredibly heat. Just like was heat. It was like amazing. It might be my favorite first arc out of any battle. Not battle shonen, right? Like out of any shonen that I've ever read. I've read a lot of shonen, but the first arc for the Promised Neverland might be the best shonen arc I've ever seen. Actually, if we were to take all the first arcs from the shonens that we've seen and read, Promised Neverland might be the best first arc. Might have the best first arc. I could legit make an argument for that. I gotta look at the other shonen that I'm thinking about, but like Promised Neverland, I believe so. I believe the Promised Neverland has the best first arc of any shonen. Period. Period. Any of them. I don't think you could show me a first shonen arc that is better. That is better constructed. That is better plot points, movement. All right. Character work. Pick one. Pick one. Pick a first arc that you feel is better. That you feel is better constructed. Pick one. We talk about everything. We're talking all of it together. Pick one. Pick one. The only one that I can think of, right? And I'm talking about a first arc. All right? A first arc. Okay? People are going to be like, Soul Society. I'm like, that's not the first arc of Bleach. Invalid. Okay? Right? Some people might say the Hunter exam for Hunter x Hunter. Nope. I don't think it's better than the first arc of Promised Neverland. I don't think you cannot sit here and tell me that the Hunter exam is better constructed, better whatever than I don't know. I have to reread that, the first arc of Rurouni Kenshin. That I have to think about that, because like that might be something that I could say, you know what? All right. But even then, I don't know. All right, but that's something. That's true. That's facts. All right, but we talking about manga. First arc, bro. Come on. All right. I think what I might do is we might have a conversation. We might have to like have this. We might have to have I might have to set this up. I'm gonna be like, is the Promised Neverland the best? Does the Promised Neverland have the best first arc for shonen manga? I'm gonna set it up. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna talk to a bunch of people. I'm gonna wait till Roger's done, though. I'm gonna spread it around, but we're gonna have that conversation. Okay? Let me get out of here. This is my live reaction and initial thoughts to The Promised Neverland chapter 106, y'all. It was a solid chapter. Okay, when I say solid, I mean it did what it needed to do for the story. I don't mean it was like, wow, this is amazing. It's just like a amazing solid chapter. Like, no, like it's a solid chapter. Right? I try not to give rankings anymore or anything like that, but it's a good chapter, right? And I'm gonna be saying but. I'm trying, like I don't mean but. I'm saying I try not to give rankings anymore, so I'm not gonna give it a ranking. All right? I don't really want to do that anymore, unless I'm trolling One Piece. Doing that, I'm having a fun time. Okay, but thank y'all for coming through. All right, shouts out to you, Dribble Kenshin. All right, subscribe to Dribble if you haven't already. Okay, subscribe to Trap Money if you haven't already. All right, these guys are dope. All right, Dribble, you gotta get to LA. Dribble, you gotta get to LA. All right, Anime Expo, man. We gotta see you there. Okay. All right, so let me get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, okay? Thank y'all for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out.